Hello and welcome to this entry onto the Meats playlist. And yes, it is Meats. This is Jack Link's original jerky chew. It's beef jerky, finely shredded, put in a dip-like can, and then called chew because this dip obviously is being marketed to people in Texas and anywhere else where they may call dip chew. Anyway, so you are going to see me not quite as crisp here, and there's a reason for that. I have goofed with the focus settings so you can see products clearly. All right, so you have a plastic can, sort of Pinkerton-esque plastic lid with a sticker on it. Going around the sides, you have the barcode and a bunch of stuff you're not going to be able to see because of glare. Net weight is 0.32 ounces. JackLinks.com is the website. That is the U.S. Agricultural Department stamp because this is a meat product. There is an ingredients list. It is, first of all, beef, always good in beef jerky to have beef listed first as the ingredient, and then salt and water. On the back, there is a clear, to their credit, Best Buy, which is 11/23/2022. And that really is about it. This product, for me, this is not the first time I've reviewed this. I have reviewed it on other channels that are no longer able to be found. But it's the psychology behind this. Like, what is the purpose of this? And you'll see why in a minute, because it's sort of like, but I'll get into that in a second. Let's get this open. It's got a really rubbery band, okay? And it's cheap plastic can, which is a problem because both parts of the wall here, the upper lid and the bottom, start to bend in when you put your thumbnail on it. And then the band being rubbery doesn't cut because of that. So, you know. But, oh wow, it's like really, it's not opening. All right, let me pause this for a second and find something to cut this with, I guess. So nice to be able to pause for like 2 minutes and not have some fear that the computer will overheat during the pause. So, yeah, as I said, I'm like sawing through this. Like, a product should not be that. Of course, they probably have this set up to like peel the whole thing off, now that I'm thinking about it. But then I wouldn't get to use the knife, and what fun would that be? All right, let's see if we... Oh, are you serious? Come on, Jack. Jack? What are you doing to me? I'm like leaning into this with the knife. So, I mean, like how you're supposed to do this... Oh, wow. Okay. Good grief, and it's still... Okay, so this is the first thing that catches you off guard, okay? Because it's blonde. And when I say blonde, I mean blonde, okay? It's like really blonde. And from a dip standpoint, that's like, whoa! But also from a beef jerky standpoint. So the product has like little or no smell, which is something I've always found odd. It is finely shredded stuff. It is not overly soft, though. It is not like dip. Number one, it would be a fine cut. It is almost moss-like, only not the softness of if it actually was moss. So it's like really, it's just one of those products that like It's like, is this in a rural area? Is this like what the kids, is this rural America's 9-year-old's version of candy cigarettes? Like, what am I supposed to think? You put it in a can that looks like this with Jerky chew on it, so you know. So, when I originally did this review, I was like, okay, so I guess I'm going to throw this in my lip and I'm going to have a beef jerky flavor for like 45 minutes. And that would have been good. That would have worked for me. But that's not what happens. Going in, you do get like a jerky-esque flavor, but then it quickly dissipates. Now, I want to thank, at least earlier, not as early as I planned to, but at least earlier than last night. This was sourced by Hoss304. He is to thank for this review. I did actually not ask for this, but it was in the box that he sent me with the Cougar. So, Hoss, again, thank you. And it's a good thing he sent it because I do not have this product sold around me at all. The only way I can get it is via Amazon, and you have to buy like a jug of these. There's like 30 some of these, and the price is like there's no way I need all of that. So there is a beef jerky-esque flavor going on. I guess it depends on your mouth, you know. I'm getting it tonight. There's been other times where I guess my mouth was just like bone dry, and I was like, okay, I'm just sitting with meat heating up in my cheek and not really much going on. That can't be good, though. I mean, raising smoke-cured meat to 98-ish degrees and just letting it sit there, like, I don't know, that's some... Anyway, where my mind goes when I'm sitting here not talking to this camera. So I don't know, like, there's not a lot of flavor. Ounce-wise, now, all beef jerky, you know, small bags, are only like 2.65 ounces. For Jack Link's, anyway. But this is 0.33 net weight ounce. Like, I could literally put that all in my mouth right now. And because it's already basically shredded up and chewed, swallow it, like, immediately. So I don't get it. So, then I thought, okay, maybe you're supposed to, like, gnaw on it. But it's not like Stoker's. I can't just bring it up over a molar and sort of chew on the end because it's so fine. It just dissipates. And now I'm there, and then you're in between, like, okay, I got it in my gum, I'm chewing it too, I'm going to swallow it. When you chew it outright, it does have a good flavor. It is beef jerky, like the original Jack Link's, only I believe it to be a little bit more salty, which they probably have done on purpose. In fact, now that I think about it, let me look at this real quick. Yeah, salt is listed as number 2. Salt is actually listed before water on this, so it's pretty salty and it's good. I could see it being like sort of like addictive, but it's just, there's not a lot of it. There's not a lot of it. It's a little weird that it's blonde, although that does vary. It does vary. It's just one of the, it's a product that I'm like, why? Like, what was the thinking behind this? And that might be just me. So put it like straight on the tongue. It doesn't give much chew resistance because it's so finely shredded. It tastes good. It's got like that salty fix type deal. It's not bad, but it's one of the, again, it's like, how much is this? Hoss304, if you are watching this, let me know about how much this was. I mean, you don't have, I'm not going to hold you to it, but like somewhere about in the range. Like, even at like $1.50, I'd be like, because you literally could go, so I don't know. I'm sort of, I'm intrigued by the product, I suppose, but at the same time, I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? There is no nutritional information on this, by the way. You have to go to their website, which is, again, jacklinks.com. They are out of Mingong, Wisconsin. All right. The products are sound. They're not my favorite. They have one product that is my absolute. It's in my top 3 beef jerkies, period. All right. It's the only product from them. I will link it in the pop-up somewhere here at the end of this video, which should be coming real soon. And that is the hickory smoked. It's an excellent product. But in general, Jack Links in general puts out a sound product. There's nothing sketchy about them. There's nothing sketchy about this. All is good. It's just this thing just raises more questions with me than, you know, anything else. Does it taste bad? No, it tastes pretty good. I like the salty factor. I find it interesting that it's shredded, but I just, for the review me needs to know why, what the thinking was behind this. And it very, very well may be like, hey, you know, got 10-year-olds in Eastern Tennessee watch their dad with their skull, and maybe we can market this to them, which would literally make it like a whole candy cigarette type thing. And really, beyond the packaging being in a round circular can and whatnot, the fact that they put chew on there sort of, you know, tips the hat to that too. Anyway, this has been my review of Jack Links shredded beef jerky in a dip can. I hope the focusing here has worked out a little better. Basically, I do not have autofocus on now. I have this set at a certain level, which I am not quite as crisp. I could become if I get in. But it's important to me that you can see packaging clearly. All right? And really, at the end of the day, one of these reviews is not about me so much as what I am reviewing. So it is important that you're able to see what's going on. And I would like, on products that actually have nutritional information, to be able to show that like so. Anyway, I do hope you are well. Thank you for watching. Do take care of yourselves. And as always, God bless.